Welcome back, friends, and if it's your first time here, I'm Robin. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you had a joyous Easter and a great start to your week. I'm jumping in today with a recipe for creamy lemon chicken. I was searching for something to make for dinner using what I already have on hand, which was basically just some chicken and broccoli, and I came across this recipe from Little Sunny Kitchen. It's really simple but super delicious, and I will link it for you down in the description box below the video. I cut some chicken tenders, you could use chicken breast or chicken thighs too, into bite-sized pieces and dredged it in some gluten-free flour. You can use all-purpose flour if you don't need to be gluten-free. And then I seasoned it with the sea salt blend that I discovered recently that's got a little bit of garlic and it tastes really great. I've had my cookware from Caraway for about 3 years now, and I can't tell you how much I still love it. Not only is it absolutely gorgeous, but the main thing I love is that their ceramic coating is free from any harmful chemicals, and they are naturally non-stick, so they require less oil or butter for cooking if you're trying to reduce those, and there's minimal scrubbing when it's time for cleanup. I have the cookware set, which includes a frying pan, a saucepan with lid, sauté pan with lid, and the Dutch oven with its lid, and that lid also perfectly fits the frying pan. I recommend buying the set because it gives you the best value as opposed to buying each piece individually. My set still looks and performs as well as when it was brand new. My sauté pan has a bit of a patina from being so well loved, but this is expected and doesn't affect its performance at all. They have so many beautiful colors to choose from. I got mine in navy and I love it. And the set comes with a canvas lid holder and magnetic pan racks for convenient storage. If you are in the market for beautiful non-stick cookware, definitely check out Caraway with my link down in the description box and be sure to use my code to get 10% off site-wide. Getting back to the recipe, I put a couple of tablespoons of ghee or clarified butter into my sauté pan and then added the chicken. I sautéed the chicken over medium-high heat for about 7 minutes per side or until they were golden brown. And while it was cooking, I pulled some lemon juice out of the freezer to add a bit of that. I love freezing lemon and lime juice in ice cube trays and then storing them in these vacuum bags by Zwilling so that I can add them to recipes like this. After I take out what I need, I can reseal the bags and store the rest for later. When the chicken is golden brown, I remove it from the pan onto a plate and use the same pan to make the sauce. For the sauce, I added a little more ghee or butter and some garlic, and after letting that cook for another minute or so, I deglazed the pan with some chicken stock. Next, I added the melted lemon juice and some cream. And then I stirred in the Parmesan cheese. I let it simmer for several minutes and then I put the chicken back into the sauce and allowed it to cook a few minutes more to thicken the sauce. My sauce came out a little bit thin because I was quite liberal with the chicken stock, but it was still so good. I think this would be great served over rice or pasta, but I chose to serve it over top of some steamed broccoli and it was delicious. It was perfect for the spring when I tend to start craving something a little bit lighter, but still want something really satisfying, and my guys loved it too. It's been a little while since I updated you on our laundry room renovation, and I'm happy to say that it's finally finished. I love how it turned out, and it's now one of my favorite rooms in the house, which makes laundry something that I actually look forward to. I'm so glad that I chose to keep the built-in ironing board, and now that it has a new cover, I have found it to be a real game changer, just like many of you told me it would in the comments. Because it's so convenient, I find that I am quickly accomplishing any ironing that needs to be done as it comes, instead of letting it pile up. And if I need a quick touch-up for an outfit, it is very easy to do without the added step of lugging out the large ironing board. As you can see, I chose the same deep laundry sink that we had in our previous home because I fell in love with it there, and white quartz countertops with some blue veining that I think coordinate really well with the blue cabinets and gray marble penny tile on the backsplash. Before the backsplash and hardware were installed, I started organizing the drawers and cabinets. Let me know if you'd like a detailed video about that down in the comments. I would love to show you everything I've done in here. While we were renovating, I stored all of our laundry products and cleaners in another part of the house, and so I was really excited to have the space ready to contain those things here where I need them. It was important to me to include these drawers in the design because I find it so much easier to organize things in drawers, and it's also so much easier to access everything in a drawer too. I used the lower drawer for all of our household cleaners and related products, and I put all of the laundry items into the top drawer. Since the laundry room has been completed, I also organized the upper cabinets and other storage areas. I will show you those if you would like to see more, so let me know if you're interested down in the comments. We've had so many things going on this spring that I haven't taken the time to get into a real seasonal refresh, but I did swap in some faux tulips that I love using each spring, and without changing anything else, I think they really brighten up the space and bring in that spring vibe that I was hoping for. One of our neighbors sadly lost a loved one, and we wanted to do something to brighten his day a bit, so I made a batch of my almond, oat, and chip cookies. I shared this recipe a while back and got such a good response from those of you who tried it. It's probably been one of my most requested recipes, so I thought it would be fun to share it with you again, and I'll put the recipe in the description box for you too. I developed this recipe to be gluten-free many years ago and used Pamela's baking and pancake mix, which is still my favorite for this recipe, but you can use another gluten-free flour blend or even all-purpose flour if you don't need to make them gluten-free. Either way, I think you're going to like them. I like using my stand mixer to cream the softened butter and sugars together. And then I add the eggs. I doubled the recipe this time. They freeze really well after they are baked, and even the batter freezes well too, so it's always worth it to make a big batch. After the eggs, I pour in a little bit of almond extract, and then I blend all of those things together really well. After that, I mix all of the dry ingredients into a separate bowl. After you've combined the gluten-free oats, gluten-free baking mix, salt, chopped almonds, and coconut, mix them together thoroughly with a wire whisk. Add the dry ingredients to the butter mixture and blend at low speed until well incorporated. Finally, add in the chocolate chips. Drop the batter with a small scoop onto a cookie sheet and bake for 15 minutes or until the cookies are light golden brown. If you don't want the cookies to spread out like mine, you can refrigerate the dough for about an hour before scooping them out and baking. But either way, they taste amazing and they're always a hit with our family and friends. Be sure to let me know what you think if you give them a try. I love hearing from you, so make sure to say hello in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful week.